Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We're playing this Ghoul Earth Elementalist of Ashen'Zari for the Crawl 0.18 release tournament. And we just decided not to do Elf, so let's go do Vaults. Something that I wanted to talk about in the very first episode, but that I never remembered to do, is to tell you guys that I'm planning to be more careful about uploading these as soon as possible. Usually, I just sort of upload episodes when I get to it, and I figure it doesn't really matter to you guys when I'm playing stuff because it's sort of timeless, really. But there is a tournament going on right now, and so it's sort of timely, right, to have stuff about the tournament now. And more than that, if it means that you guys will be reminded, hey, you could play in the tournament. You yourself, right now, could be playing in this tournament if you are watching it. Obviously, you can be watching this from the archives, but when does it end? The tournament ends May 22nd of 2016, I think. Sometime around then, anyway. Give or take a day because of time zones. What is all this crap? Ugly things, not a big problem. Although I don't want to let the slime creatures fight me in the doorway, do I? Let's regen. And so, if I upload this stuff as I play as much as possible, it's not. I can't upload it instantly. It takes some processing time for my computer to render the videos in the right video format and so on. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna recall today, buddy. And I don't want to do that while I'm playing. I don't know. Maybe I should. But I just worry that trying to record video while also rendering video is going to be an issue. And whether that's true or not, I don't really know. I gotta remember to use Corpse Rod because it is pretty cool. A good area control spell. Book of Callings, no thanks. And the reason, that I was reminded of that is. Actually, this is not a reason at all. I was just reminded of it because reasons, I guess. Well, let's try to kill the sorcerer if we can. Is that in between episodes, I went and checked out how we're doing, as I've been doing. What is all this? Jeez. Fire dragon, ogre, orc. All right. Nothing particularly horrifying. Yeah, one ogre mage, it's fine, I think. I think I'll just stand here. It's a pretty reasonable natural kill hole. It's not great. It's not like a hole, obviously, because they can circle around me. But if they do, they're wasting turns. Anyway, I checked out the race, and we're in second now. The player who was in second place, Morgan Leah, was killed. I didn't check how. And interestingly, the guy in first place has 4 runes. Let's play a little. This fire dragon's a little scary, which tells me he might be going for 15. And if he does, we stand some chance of being the first win. Could happen. That would be pretty cool. I would enjoy that. Obviously, I think. What? What was this allegedly a portal to? I didn't even see. Let's scroll back here. Oh, it was a treasure trove. Yeah, very funny. Very funny. All right. Flayed ghosts are of no concern. Basilisks, though? I didn't expect to see one in Orc, but in Vaults. But they are a concern. Very funny. What is the plan here? What is the plan? Just blink? Nah, blink could make things better or worse. I'd rather just walk away and like be far enough away that while I'm petrified, nothing much happens. Yeah, it's not a big deal. And meanwhile, I expect, I didn't notice it happen, but I think the basilisk is probably a shapeshifter. There really shouldn't be basilisks in here. Let's regen, obviously. I like that the flayed ghost is staying here because... Oh, actually there's a... this guy in the back has a halberd, which is not great. Yeah, this is too much stuff to be fighting. What should I do instead? How much of it can see invisible? Death Knights? No. Skeletal Warriors? No. Alright, let's do that then. That should, at the very least, give us a big advantage in combat. And we could choose to run away and not be followed very easily as well. It looks like it's a real basilisk. It hasn't changed shape at all. Basilisk is trying to gaze at me, but it doesn't know exactly where I am, so it's trying to petrify other guys as well. Yeah, invisibility is really messing with them. Is invisibility wearing off yet? It's not. All right. Firebat shapeshifter. All right, it's finally not a basilisk anymore. I knew it. Okay, we just gotta... All right, we flicker. These guys are like... The invisibility is helping a lot. We want to... The orc sorcerer can see invisible and can paralyze us, so we are killing him instantly. All right, looks like we've navigated this situation. Yeah, we got him. All right, nice. Vaults, it's a little early for vaults. I normally would be getting some more experience before I come in here. So these monsters are a threat for sure. But I still think safer than vaults, and it's definitely too early to be diving slime for the rune. So the other choice, other than vaults, would be depths, and I think like vaults 1 is clearly safer than depths 1 for most characters anyway. Oh, hello. Yeah, sure. Some Spriggans. So the thing about Agnes is she has very high evasion, very high speed, but low armor and low hit points. So we're just going to back off and LRD her to death. Like, let's say here. And here. Agitating of Pain, good weapon. Let's just blow up this ancient champion here. Cool. And back off. Her Spriggan entourage is still a threat. Let's kill this guy, or blow up this guy as well. He's in a good position for the rest of this stuff. Right, evocations is at 12. That seems like plenty. Spellcasting way too high? Question mark? Maybe? I don't know. Hell Knight's kind of a weird monster to see in here. All right, that went great. And so as Ash, we could switch to a Lagitang if we wanted to, right? We can move all our maces and flails experience into Lagitangs, no problem. Into staves, I should say. Staves. It looks like it should say staves. Ooh. Ooh. Vampiric is pretty good, but we're not. I don't know. I was going to say we're using our spells mostly to do damage, which is why the electric whip is so good. But that was true a long time ago. It's not really true anymore. We're mostly doing damage with our weapon now. So getting a better weapon could be pretty nice. And a double sword is clearly better than a whip. But the brand is not as good, right? Like, sorry. The brand is good, for sure. But it's not a damage brand, right? It's like a utility brand. And so we would suffer a hit to our damage if we switched, I think. Although, like, honestly, it does so much more base damage that the brand might... God, these guys... Blink, blink. There we go. We got them. We blinked away. So I don't know. I don't know which one would be better. But we could consider switching if we had enough enchant weapon to make it worth the switch. Right. You know, we don't want to switch from a +9 whip to a +2. Blink again? Yeah, that's fine. Let's just give these guys to run around here a bit. I don't like the Convoker, though. These guys were fine by themselves. It was just the Ironheart Preserver giving a big buff in terms of survivability that made them a big problem. Anyway, I don't know if switching to a double sword of vampirism at +9 would be an increase or a decrease to our damage, but switching to one at like +1 or +2 would be a definite decrease, and I don't want to do that since like our melee damage is a big part of what we're doing. What do we pick up? A book? It's a bad one, right? Yeah, it's so bad. Oh boy, a food shop. What, how exciting, huh? Whoa, there's a lot of stuff in here. All right, especially pay attention to the Deep Troll Shaman. He's the one directly west of me? Yeah, I'm gonna iron shot him. I have had just too many bad experiences with Deep Troll Shamans where I'm like, oh, it's just a bunch of trolls. Trolls are no problem. But like the trolls get hasted and mited by the shaman. It's like, you are in for some trouble. And so I treat troll shamans with a great deal of respect. I have nearly lost numerous games to disrespecting them. I don't think I have ever actually lost a game to disrespecting them, but, you know, is this crystal? No, it's rock. Whoa! Crystal spear, yowza. Alright, let's keep blowing them up. That ought to do it? Yeah, we got him. We're out of MP now, though. What the heck hit me? Yaktar Captains. All right, let's teleport. All right, good. We're out. Just eat a million chunks of flesh until we feel healthy again. But still rest for the MP. Wow! Okay, how many of these are real? None of them. You should have summoned something not brittle, sir. Lol, indeed. Yeah, no convoking for you. See, that's like, this is how I like to play spellcasters most of the time, is your melee or perhaps some other if you're using ranged or whatever. What was that? Wand of enslavement. But you want your primary source means of dealing with dudes to be free. Basically tab generally, because you only have so much fuel. Maybe if you go Vehemet or Sif and you play like a summoner or something, you can have more or less unlimited fuel. But for most characters, you have limited amount of magical fuel, and so I would much rather save it for high priority targets that you... Whoa, what the hell was that? Who did that? Who dat? Boggart, I guess? All right, we're gonna wipe him out then. Yeah, that's better. To keep your MP in reserve for dealing with priority targets in a way that is way better than you could if you were using only melee. So you sort of, compared to a melee-only character, you suffer in the sense that you have weaker melee because you invested in spellcasting, right? Instead of just melee stuff. But what you gain is flexibility is the wrong word, but you gain burst, I guess, right? Where there's like something you need to deal with immediately and you can do it, even if it's on the other side of the room or whatever. I don't know, let's petrify this guy so we can blow him up a bit. Who is this? Orc wizard, yeah, whatever. Is this guy chanting yet? He's not. Let's get out of his line of sight. I don't want him to be far away from me because then he could invoke from far away, right? I want to treat this guy with high priority, like I was talking about, right? He's a big threat that can multiply the amount of danger in an area, and I want to be able to deal with him quickly without letting him do his thing. What's all this about? Ornate Deck of Wonders could be good. Deck of Escape actually could be alright. I don't know. I don't want to carry around decks. It's such a pain. Deck of Defense, good, but yeah, I'll just pass on all this, I guess. Maybe should have grabbed Ice Blast actually. Why am I not carrying one of those? I don't know. So anyway, and I think that it's usually a mistake to have a character who uses his spells to deal with everything. I've done that on occasion, have had a character like that, but it means that you risk running out of fuel very quickly and not having it when some threat that you really need to deal with comes around. So a compromise like this is usually better than either alternative. Is my style. There are people who play other ways, and there are good people who play other ways. But I think that a lot of newer players just sort of think like, oh, I have to either cast spells or hit things, but like it's usually better to do both of those things. Roll this back up here. Let's not be so careless as to tab this from out in the open. I am unaffected, sir. What was that? Pain? What a joke. Alright, but he has Iron Shot, so that's something. Let's teach him how Iron Shot is done, huh? Alright. Maybe a bit of a waste to dump a bunch of MP into him when he was no real threat, but it was fine. There was nothing else to really worry about. What about, how am I doing in terms of like might, agility, and brilliance? Got a lot of each. Okay. Etten. Where's the Etten? That's that guy. All right. We want to. The Etten can do a lot of damage, so I want to pay attention. Like they're usually like dual wielding and two enormous weapons, and so if they get lucky and they hit you with both of them on the same turn, like oof, you can be taking a lot of damage all at once. All right, how did that go? That went fine. That's my answer. Whee. All right, a little reckless there. I mean, you guys saw me holding down tab. Don't tell anyone. It's bad for my reputation. I think, do we want to do all the way to Vaults 4 or what? Maybe not in this video. I don't think we're going quite fast enough that I would want to commit to that. But also, like, at all? Question mark? Where is everything? A bunch of trolls. 3 trolls, ordinary trolls. An Ironheart Preserver. And these 4 Yaktars, huh? Okay, well, let's come at it from up here. Yeah, now we've got a good angle on them all. And we'll come up here. Regen. I don't like how I handled this. But turns out like having Kybriata stats and Ash skills is pretty good. Doesn't matter if you're dumb. Can I shatter any of those guys? No. They're not shatter, but you know what I mean. LRD. The fire crab got lost. Okay, what's up now? 2 Convokers, a good old Iron Shot. Solves all problems. How much of this floor have we done? Almost all of it. All right, I think I'm going to finish up this floor and then take a break. At least break the video. Maybe take a break from recording. I don't know. A developer who is rarely around is telling me that he needs some of my time. Menos. Okay, we can't deal with Menos at all. What do we do with Menos? I think we just teleport. Like, wow. Menos actually, well, we have a wand of teleportation. But it's like, if he silences us, cutting off teleport, like, what are we going to do, right? How did I not end up seeing Menos? I guess he was never on the other side of a wall from me, right, while within line of sight. I opened the door, he wasn't in line of sight, I stepped closer, and then suddenly he was. And then he took, like, 2 moves towards us. Anyway, as an undead character, Menos with his, like, Holy Wrath branded weapon is an even bigger threat than he is for most characters, and he's terrifying for most characters. So I think we're just gonna teleport away here and abandon vaults and try out like depths. Maybe. What is this? That's a shop. Oh, there's stairs right here. Oh, there's a guy in here. Anyway, maybe do Abyss, maybe do Depths, I don't know. Like, we should be able to grab the rune from Abyss whenever we feel like it. and we won't gain a lot of experience from doing so, because it's just like you spend a lot of your time in Abyss, like running away from stuff. But I don't know, you can pick up some good loot, especially as an Ash Worshipper. You can see it around corners and stuff. So I think we'll probably just go grab a second rune now before we dip into depths. Oh, I can't, because the portal is in depths, so I guess we'll go do that. Depths, and then probably Abyss, and then probably Slime, but, you know, we'll be flexible. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.